The wait is finally over, and everything we thought we knew about the smartphone landscape is about to change forever. For years, we have watched Samsung dominate the foldable market, releasing generation after generation of the Galaxy Z Fold, while Apple sat on the sidelines in silence. Critics said Apple was behind. They said Apple had lost its innovative edge. But the silence coming from Cupertino wasn't inactivity, it was preparation. Massive leaks have just exploded onto the internet, painting a complete picture of Apple's secret weapon, a device that has been discreetly in development for years. This isn't just another phone update. This is the iPhone Fold. And if these reports are true, it is not just going to compete with Samsung. It is aiming to completely destroy the current competition. We are talking about a device with an A20 Pro chip, a revolutionary liquid metal hinge, and a design so thin it makes current foldables look like bricks. This is the biggest shift in the mobile industry since the original iPhone, and we have all the details. Let's start with the most striking aspect of this leak, which is the design itself. Apple is apparently attempting to make the iPhone Fold one of the slimmest, if not the absolute slimmest, foldable phones on the market. We have seen thin phones before, but the leaks suggest this device, when unfolded, will be even thinner than the rumored iPhone Air, which sits at just 5.6 millimeters. To achieve this level of thinness while maintaining the structural integrity of a folding device is an engineering marvel. The company is rumored to be adopting a book-style folding design, very similar to the Galaxy Z Fold series we are used to, but with that distinct Apple focus on premium build quality. They're not just using standard materials here. Reports indicate that Apple is concentrating on a combination of aluminum and titanium for the iPhone Fold's construction. This hybrid approach attempts to strike the perfect balance between extreme durability and a lightweight feel. You get the lightness of aluminum so it doesn't weigh down your pocket, but the rigidity of titanium to protect the device. This directly solves the durability problems commonly connected with foldable devices, ensuring the iPhone Fold can sustain daily use without feeling fragile. However, the real magic, and the feature that might kill the competition, is in the hinge. Anyone who has owned a foldable knows the hinge is the weak point. It's where dust gets in, it's where the screen creases, and it's the part that feels mechanical. Apple knows this. That is why reports say they will employ a liquid metal hinge mechanism. This is huge. Liquid metal is an alloy that is significantly stronger and more robust than the typical aluminum hinges used by Samsung and Google. It is more resistant to wear and tear, and it allows for more complex shapes that standard metals can't achieve. This might considerably enhance long-term reliability, which is the one area where foldable phones regularly face criticism. If Apple has solved the durability question with a liquid metal hinge that feels smooth and solid after thousands of folds, they have effectively removed the biggest barrier to entry for regular consumers. Now let's open this thing up and talk about the displays, because this is where the user experience lives or dies. The iPhone Fold is expected to include both the smallest and the largest displays ever seen on an iPhone, creating a unique duality. On the outside, you have the cover display. Reports state this will be a 5.25 to 5.3-inch OLED panel. This is interesting because it is smaller than the cover screen on the Galaxy Z Fold 8. While some might see this as a downside, think about Apple's philosophy. They emphasize one-handed usability. This 5.3-inch outer display is built for rapid interactions, checking notifications, reacting to messages, changing music, without needing to stretch your thumb. It is compact, pocketable, and easy to use on the go. But when you need to do real work or consume media, you unfold the device to reveal a massive 7.8-inch internal flexible OLED screen. This is essentially an iPad mini that fits in your pocket. It is built for deep activities like multitasking, gaming, and watching movies. What makes these screens truly pro is the refresh rate. Both the interior and exterior displays are believed to support a 120 Hz refresh rate, matching Apple's promotion technology used across th. ePro family. We were worried Apple might cheap out on the cover screen, but thankfully, that does not seem to be the case. This means you get smooth scrolling, better gameplay, and smoother animations across both screens. Whether you are scrolling through Twitter on the cover screen or editing a video on the big screen, the experience will be fluid and consistent. The company is apparently employing Samsung's sophisticated foldable display tech to ensure the panel quality is top tier, but calibrating it to Apple's strict color accuracy standards. However, achieving this ultra-thin design required a major sacrifice, and this is where things get controversial. In an unexpected move, leaks suggest Apple may omit Face ID on the foldable iPhone. For years, Face ID has been the gold standard of Apple security. We are all used to looking at our phone to unlock it. But the sensors required for Face ID, the dot projector, the infrared camera, the flood illuminator, take up significant internal space and depth. To keep the tablet incredibly small and prevent installing extra components inside the foldable body, Apple is making a trade-off. Instead, the gadget is expected to incorporate a side-mounted Touch ID sensor. For many long-time users, this is actually good news. Touch ID is fast, reliable, and works even when your phone is flat on a table or when you're wearing a mask. But it is a departure from the Pro standard we have come to expect. It shows that for this first generation, Apple is prioritizing the physical form factor and thinness over maintaining every single feature from the slab iPhones. Let's shift gears to what is under the hood, because a device this expensive needs to perform. Performance-wise, Apple is unlikely to sacrifice anything. The iPhone Fold is likely to be powered by the upcoming A20 Pro chipset. This is the same CPU that will purportedly power the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max. We are skipping the A19 entirely in this conversation because this device is looking further into the future. The A20 Pro will bring top-tier speed, next-generation AI capabilities, and incredible visual performance for gaming. We also know it will come with 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5 RAM. This is crucial for a foldable because you're going to be multitasking heavily on that large 7.8-inch screen. You might have a video playing while you type notes and browse the web, and that 12 gigabytes of RAM ensures everything stays open in the background. There is also mention of a new technology called WMCM, or wafer-level multi-chip module. This is a sophisticated chip packaging technology that allows Apple to include several chipsets in a confined space. It helps them stack the memory and the processor more efficiently to save room for the battery. Additionally, the device will feature an all-new N2 chipset for robust wireless support. We are looking at Wi-Fi 7.0 for blazing fast home internet speeds and Bluetooth 6.0 connectivity for better range and audio quality with your AirPods. It also includes a C2 modem for 5G cellular. But there is a massive one more thing regarding connectivity. Apple is rumored to be working on supporting 5G networks over satellite. We have seen emergency SOS via satellite, but true 5G data over satellite will be a game changer for connectivity, allowing you to stay online even in remote areas where cell towers don't reach. We haven't heard of Samsung researching this feature yet, and that's one more manner in which the Galaxy series could be left behind. However, all this power in such a thin chassis brings up a concern: heat. Because of the limited internal area, the gadget may forego complex cooling methods such as vapor chambers, which are standard in thick gaming phones and the Galaxy Z Fold series. The A20 Pro is going to have to be incredibly efficient, or the device might throttle under heavy loads. This is something we will have to watch closely, as overheating can kill the battery life and performance of even the best devices. Now, we need to talk about the cameras. If you're paying ultra-premium prices, you expect ultra-premium photos. The camera setup on the iPhone Fold is supposed to be outstanding, but it takes a different approach than Samsung. The iPhone Fold is believed to contain a dual camera system on the back. It will likely feature a 48-megapixel main sensor and a 48-megapixel ultrawide lens. These are high-resolution sensors that will use pixel binning to create incredible image. On the front, or rather, the fronts, the iPhone Fold may contain two selfie cameras, one on the cover display and one on the inner display, possibly employing 18-megapixel sensors. This ensures that no matter how you hold the phone, you can take a high-quality video call or selfie. But here is the reality check. While these features are remarkable, they fall short of Samsung's projected specs. The Galaxy Z Fold 8, which will likely launch around the same time, is projected to feature a 200MP primary sensor. Samsung is chasing big numbers and massive zoom capabilities. Apple's gap here reveals a potential trade-off. Apple appears to favor practicality and design above pushing the bounds of camera technology just for the sake of specs. They are betting that a really good 48MP camera in a thin, beautiful body is more appealing to customers than a bulky phone with a 200MP camera. Also, leaks suggest the new camera control button introduced on the iPhone 16 will be present, but it will lose its capacitive slide feature, relying only on pressure-based sensing. This simplification is likely to make the device easier to produce and repair given the complex folding architecture. So, when can you get your hands on this engineering marvel, and how much will it damage your wallet? Leaks say that Apple will unveil the iPhone Fold in September 2026 alongside the iPhone A20 Pro variants. This is interesting because reports suggest the base iPhone 18 lineup might be delayed until early 2027 as part of Apple's new staggered launch strategy. This puts the Fold front and center as the flagship of the year. As for pricing, you might want to sit down. The foldable iPhone is believed to be positioned as an ultra-premium smartphone. Reports predict a starting price of roughly $2,400. That is approximately 2.15 rupees lakh. This makes it substantially more expensive than current foldables like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 or the Google Pixel Fold. This pricing plan aligns with Apple's commitment to high-end consumers, but it positions the device in direct rivalry with Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 8, which is also predicted to exceed the $2,000 mark. By joining the foldable market at this pricing point, Apple announces its ambition to compete not just on functionality, but also on brand value. They're saying, this is the ultimate iPhone, and it costs accordingly. This brings us to the most important question. Does this actually destroy Samsung? Apple's debut into the foldable market directly rivals Samsung, whose Galaxy Z Fold series has set the norm for innovation and durability for nearly a decade. Samsung has a massive head start. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 will likely have larger displays, established multitasking software, and a user base that trusts their foldables. Samsung's previous experience gives it a substantial advantage, particularly in addressing durability concerns and incorporating user feedback. They have made the mistakes already. Apple has to get it right on the first try. However, despite these hurdles, Apple's ecosystem and software integration could provide it a competitive edge that Samsung can simply never match. The seamless communication between Apple products is the killer app. Imagine copying a photo on your iPhone Fold and pasting it on your Mac instantly. Imagine starting a movie on your Fold and finishing it on your Apple Vision Pro. The company's reputation for quality and innovation may entice people who have been interested in foldables, but were too scared to leave iMessage and FaceTime. This dynamic sets the scenario for a gripping contest between two of the biggest names in technology. Samsung fights with specs and legacy. Apple fights with ecosystem and refinement. My honest opinion? This device is going to sell out instantly, despite the $2,400 price tag. Apple is late, yes, but Apple is rarely first. They're usually the ones who come in later and perfect the category. The Liquidmetal Hinge and the ultra-thin titanium chassis are the features that will sell this phone. People don't buy foldables because they are thick and feel fragile. If Apple fixes those two things, they win. The lack of Face ID is a bummer, and the camera zoom might not beat the Galaxy Ultra series. But for the average user who wants a tablet in their pocket that works seamlessly with their Apple Watch and Mac, this is the dream device. It forces Samsung to stop iterating and start innovating again. It's a win for consumers because the petition drives progress. If the rumors of 5G satellite and the A20 Pro performance hold true, this device will be a productivity monster that justifies the price for power users. September 2026 is still a little ways off, but the landscape is already shifting. Samsung, if you're listening, consider this your wake-up call. The iPhone Fold is coming, and it looks like it's bringing the heat. We're crossing our fingers for a noteworthy response from the Galaxy S27 Ultra and Z Fold 8, because the battle for the future of smartphones has just begun. If you liked the video, please subscribe, share the video with your tech-loving friends, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the iPhone Fold. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.